God only knows what they say about you. God only knows. Good morning, good morning, good morning, and welcome to Coffee and Conversations with Carol. Good morning, good morning. I don't own rights to the music in the background, but hey, you know, it's okay to listen to a little music in the morning, right? Because you never know what nobody's going through, right? This is one of my little songs I like listening to called God Only Knows. Because he is the only one that knows. Trust and believe that. All right. So I'm still getting set up here. Good morning. How is everybody? You remember that good morning, sis. Good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I'm still sitting up here. You know. God only knows. I don't own any rights to the music. You got to say that for Facebook. Good morning. I don't own any rights. No rights to music. All right. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Did you miss me? I just remember that from that Martin Lawrence episode. That it was, did you miss me? Alexa, turn music off. So good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to Coffee and Conversations with Carol. Yes, I missed you guys. Look, I was in training last week, baby, and you know how like sometimes you get a job and they'll say you'll train for this long, and then when you get in there, you know, a lot of places are what I call staff challenged. Mm-hmm. And then you get up in there and you're technically not training. That's not what you're doing. You working. You ain't you know your job description though, and you've been doing it for a while. You don't need any training, right? You don't need any training. So it is what it is. But good morning, good morning, good morning. I want to put out there right away that on Thursday, I'm going to be coming to you with a different time. Matter of fact, on Thursday, I will be not available at this time in the morning. So because of that, I hopefully I'll probably get on a little bit later on all the platforms, or maybe not. It's just I won't be available in the morning. I know that for a fact. Without saying too much, I won't be available on Thursday. How about that? I'll just put it that way. Won't be available on Thursday. So don't know if you'll see me or hear my voice on Thursday. But I will be posting. Because that's what I love to do. I read something the other day. You know what it said? It said, avoiding the problem doesn't make it go away. That's exactly what it said. It says, avoiding the problem doesn't make it go away. You know, how many times in life or days, weeks, do we think we can avoid something or someone, hoping that it goes away or they go away? You know, if we just don't answer our telephone, if we just don't call, if we just don't write, if we just don't go to the places we think they hang out at, you know, avoiding the problem does not make it go away. It does not make it go away. Unfortunately, avoiding the problem keeps it right in the forefront of your mind daily, because you're thinking of ways daily of how to avoid a situation or a person. So avoiding the problem, people, listen to me when I say, does not make it go away. That's just not what it does. It doesn't make it go away, because again, you're trying to avoid it's on your mind daily. And I think that's where people say, you know, why are you letting folks live rent free in your head? Because avoiding the problem definitely doesn't make it go away. Yes. And my shirt today says exactly how I live. Jesus, coffee, therapy, repeat. And look, I talked to him today. I have coffee and I have a therapist. Okay. So Jesus, coffee, therapy, repeat. I mean, that works for me. It works for me. I don't know about you, but it works for me. Okay. And again, avoiding the problem doesn't make the problem go away. It's not going to disappear. It's not going to, there's no magic trick to it. It's going to be there. The problem is going to be there unless you address it. All right. You got to address the situation that's before you, or the circumstance, or the person, whatever it is that you need to do. All right. You need to address it. I'm going to read something into your hearing today. This, remember I told you guys I have these devotionals that I read every day. So today's devotion says this. Well, I want to read yesterday's because I wasn't on here on Sunday. So I'm going to read Sundays to you because I thought Sundays was really good. Improve your self-talk. All right. I will bless the Lord at all times. His praise shall continually be in my mouth. Psalms 34:1. Whether you know it or not, you have an ongoing conversation with yourself. How does it sound? Do you encourage yourself or do you condemn yourself? If you are positive, then you strengthen your positive self-image. If you are negative, you weaken your self-worth. If you are serious about improving your life, then you must improve the way you think of yourself. And to do that, you must change the way you talk to yourself. And the older you grow, the more responsible you are for the way you think, talk, and believe. Do you already have enough problems? Why give yourself more by discouraging yourself with negative self-talk? Turn to your own encourager. Each time you do a good job, compliment yourself. Each time you choose discipline over an indulgence, don't tell yourself that you should have done that. You should have done that anyway. Appreciate how much you are helping yourself. Each time you make a mistake, don't rehearse everything that's wrong with yourself. Tell yourself that you are paying the price for growth and that you will learn to do better next time. The psalmist recognized the importance of his self-talk. I will bless the Lord at all times. His praise shall continually be in my mouth. Bless the Lord, O my soul, and forget not all his benefits. I will say of the Lord, he is my refuge and my fortress, my God, in him I will trust. The word for you today is improve your self-talk. How important is that? Self-talking to yourself. How important is that? Do you know how important that is? That it just told you. I just read it to you. Improve your self-talk. Encourage yourself. Encourage yourself. Good morning on Facebook, whoever that might be. Good morning. Thank you for joining Coffee and Conversations with Carol. Improve your self-talk. All right. Whether you know it or not, you have an ongoing conversation with yourself. How does it sound? Do you encourage yourself? Or do you condemn yourself? Don't put yourself down. Whatever little markers you set for yourself and you make it toward that mark, encourage yourself. Pat yourself on the back. Again, I said it earlier and I'm going to say it again. Avoiding problems don't make them go away. All right. They don't make the problems go away. But self-talk can help, can't it? If you encouraging yourself to push through, if you are talking to yourself and complimenting yourself, saying you're doing a good job, good morning, these are things that we can do. All right. Encourage yourself. Don't beat yourself up. All right. But just remember, avoiding the problem doesn't make it go away. I also read today about remarkable results. How do we get remarkable results? Well, it's about being committed and sticking to those specific goals that we have set for ourselves. That's how we get remarkable results. And guess what? I found out the problem with a lot of people, us, as I say, what's wrong with a lot of us? We don't want to be committed to nothing. And if we do, we want to be committed in our own way. But like if you join a team, right? So we're working and we join the team. You have to be committed with the team rules, right? We have to follow those rules and be committed in that way. And you know what? For a lot of people, commitment takes work. And that just ain't in a lot of people's wheelhouse, work. Work. That's be the problem. Nobody wants to work. You got to work at it. You got to put in the work. And sometimes the work are long days, long nights, long hours, long weeks, long months, long years. But it's work. It's work. Commitment takes work. If you're committed to your career, if you're committed to your home, if you're committed to your significant other, if you're committed to building a more uh, spiritual connection with God, whatever prayer life, whatever commitment or goal you specifically have set takes work. And in order for you to get those remarkable results that you are looking for, it's going to take some work. It's going to take some work. All right. So, what have we talked about? Avoiding a problem doesn't make the problem go away. I don't know how much plainer you can say that. It ain't gonna make the problem go away. You're gonna have to address it. All right. It's like the elephant in the room. All right. Not lock yourself away. I ain't gonna go to that spot because I know that person gonna be there. Or I'm not gonna go take that type of job because I dealt with that before. You have to, and here's the problem with avoiding problems, thinking they gonna go away. Are you the problem? Are you the problem? And we got to be honest with ourselves, people. If we're the problem, we have to address. I learned, you know what I learned about myself? I learned that sometimes I can be aggressively blunt. Mhm. And I can be so aggressively blunt that I run some folks away. They don't talk to me no more. And here's the thing about me being aggressively blunt. I can say all day, that's just me. That's how I am. But I've learned to soften it up a little bit. I have, and learning. Because in some situations, I'm still aggressively blunt. But I'm learning how to soften it up a little bit. I'm learning how to pull back some of that. Because everybody is not in that same space where they're able to receive. And it's okay. It's okay. Because there's always a different way of engaging with someone, right? We don't have to engage with everyone the same way because everybody is different. So you learn ways. And trust and believe, I've learned how to communicate differently with different people. And guess what else I've learned? I've learned that if you don't want to communicate with me, okay. Because either you're going to take yourself out of the picture or I am. And if you return to the picture, guess what? I'm still not going to communicate. If you don't want to talk to me, you ain't got to. That's what I've learned. And I've learned that, guess what? People have my telephone number and I have theirs, but I ain't got to call you. Now, here's one thing I did learn. Sometimes I might reach out hoping for a connection. If it ain't one there, guess what? I don't reach out anymore. I just don't. I don't reach out. I don't write. I don't call. I don't text. I don't do any of that. I ain't video FaceTime and I ain't doing none of it. If you don't, here's the thing about avoiding a problem that's not going to go away. That'll be for that other person. If I need to put you in the space where I say, I love you, I forgive you, and okay, then that's okay. Now, if you come around and you say, I really want to be a part and I love you too, then that's fine with me. I'll accept it in because I've grown to that space, but I've grown also to know that I can't break into anybody's lives. I've grown to that. And I've grown to know that you cannot avoid problems. It doesn't make them go away. It doesn't make the problem go away. You have to address the issue. And here's the thing: the other person on the other end, or the other place, or the circumstance, whatever it is, you may address it, and that person still might not want to, but you did your job. And as long as you did the job that you were assigned to do, you can't worry about anybody else. Good morning, Mister. You can't worry about anybody else. Okay, that's what I've learned. All right, so here's the thing. And when you're looking for remarkable results, you have to be committed. You have to be committed and stay committed. Um, I believe it was Deion Sanders quoted this the other day. He said, it was on I was looking through something. And I don't know if it was on Instagram. I don't know where he put it at, but what he said was, we always are asking God for stuff. We are. We be praying and asking for all kinds of things, but we don't do anything for him. We don't do anything for him. So I say start with your commitment there. If you lackluster in that commitment, start there. Wherever it is your commitment is lacking, start building it. It's never too late to start being committed. And you'll see those remarkable results you're looking for. If you're looking for restoration in a relationship, why don't you start working on your relationship with God? And then maybe you'll see those other relationships fall into place. We have to do something. And I think that was the point that Deion Sanders was making. You got to do something. You can't just keep asking for stuff and not doing anything. You got to do something. I don't care who don't like Deion. That's not the point. The point is, the point he was making is, you got to start doing something. You can't just keep asking God for things and not doing anything. You got to do something too. Everybody does. That includes me. So I don't care what they don't like. It's a lot of people that's not like. They didn't like Jesus. But it's all right. It's all right. It's okay. It's a judgment-free zone here. I'm just saying what I'm saying. But we all have to start doing something. That's the point. That's the point he was making. That is the point he was making. So you're looking for remarkable results, start with your commitment. Look at your commitment list. Okay, keep a track. If you know that you lacking somewhere, pick it up. It's never too late to say, hey, I'm lacking in this. I need to get back to it and get back to it. Hey, if I ain't been doing this a lot, I need to get back over here. And that's the problem with a lot of us. Commitment takes work and folks don't want to work. The way we are devoted to our jobs should be the same way we devoted to our relationships with our children, the same way we should be devoted to relationships with our spouses and significant others, the same way we should be devoted with our sisters and our brothers and our mothers and our fathers. Same way. We devoted to a whole lot of stuff except the stuff we need to be devoted to. And here's the thing about people too, that we got to stop. I'm going to tell y'all. I'm tell you something, because I know how folks think. We got to stop being worried about what the other person is doing. Let's just be who we supposed to be. Okay? All right? Let's be committed the way we need to be committed. Let's stop worrying about somebody else. My miss always say tit for tat. Let's not do tit for tat. They called me on Monday, and I called them on Monday, and they ain't called me back. Let's not be like that. If you want to call them, hey, good morning. If you want to, good morning. Hey, look, we got to stop being like that. We really do. All right. Like I said, we're looking for some remarkable results. It starts with commitment. But the problem with commitment is it's work, and nobody wants to work. Nobody wants to work. So we have to start there. All right. And then we have to remember, avoiding a problem doesn't make it go away. All right. Avoiding the problem doesn't make it go away. All right. And here's another thing. Just because somebody else ain't doing it doesn't make it wrong for you to. Okay. Some stuff that's for you is for you. And some stuff is for other people. We have to stop looking at people and saying, I'm looking for this result because this is what I said. You may not get that result because that's what you said. It may not happen that way, but it doesn't mean you stop doing what you're doing. Okay? It doesn't mean you stop doing what you're doing. You got to look at it like if you were on a basketball team or a football team, all right, and the team, you were playing your position and you just wasn't playing your best game. Did you quit the team? Did you quit and say, I ain't playing my best game, I'm just quit? No, you ain't do that. You ain't do that. You went back out and you tried it again and again and again. Either you got better at it, either you stayed the same. That goes back to that, what I said about self-talk. I just read that devotional, and if you weren't here for it, you can rewind it back. But, you have to talk to yourself sometime, encourage yourself. Everybody ain't going to be like you. And I mean, the more you learn that about yourself, the better it is. Everybody's not going to be like you, and it's okay. But be the best that you can be. Be the best that you can be. Look, the affirmation for today is this. Be the change you wish to see in the world. That is the affirmation for today. Be the change you wish to see in the world. And that goes back to everything we've been talking about. Remarkable results in commitment and about avoiding the problem. About avoiding the problem that's not going to go away because you're avoiding it. Doesn't mean it's going to go away. Be the change that you want to see. So people may not be returning favors the way you give favors or give. It's okay. Be the change you want to see. Keep being you. Keep being who you are going to be or becoming. All right. Goes back to that evolving. Who are you becoming? You know, just because you tell somebody have a good day, that don't mean you can't tell somebody else to have a good day. God bless you. Have a good day. You know, because guess what? People in this world don't have no love, honey. Some folks ain't got no love. And that's what this world needs is more love, more love, more love. Not only more love, communication. Communication. All right. So be the change you wish to see in the world. And remember what I read to you. Improve your self-talk. Pat yourself on the back. Encourage yourself. Push yourself. Know that you are enough. You're more than enough. All right. I want you guys to remember to live, love, never ever stop laughing. Always find room to forgive because ain't none of us perfect. Ain't none of us perfect. Thank you for supporting me. Yes, I am back. Coffee and Conversations with Carol. I hope you guys missed me. I missed you all on last week. Again, on Thursday, I will not be available. And it's okay. Thursday, I will not be available. However, I want you guys to, one thing that is scary is the attention to sabotage. Yeah, I mean, that's scary. That is scary. That is scary. But is it when you say the one thing that is scary before we go is the attention to sabotage? Are you talking about self-sabotage? Or are you talking about a person that's sabotaging? Why is that? Why is what, Brother May? Sister Pooh, when you talk about attention to sabotage, what can you clarify what you're talking about there? Self-stop. Yeah, that's what I thought you were talking about. My Libra brain was going there. Well, we do. Oh, you're not available. Oh, okay. Here's the thing about that. And that brings about a good question. That brings about a good question. And remember last week I said that going into the new year, we're going to be intentional about and being on purpose about some things. The part of commitment that people don't want to fight for. The part of commitment that people don't want to fight for is because they're scared. And that is self-sabotage. They're scared of how it's going to turn out. And that could be, again, we all have had some past situations and circumstances. So that could be because of past circumstances and situations. But one of the things it said is in order to receive those remarkable results, that I was talking about, you have to be willing to stick with them for years. And again, that goes back to work. And when you think about commitment and fighting for and being a part of something about work, that's hard for people, period. Because people don't want to put work into some things. And I'm not saying everybody. I'm just saying some. And so when I think about having remarkable results and sticking with it for years, that can be hard. I'm going to put, because here we have no judgment and it's a transparent. I'm here doing this live cast. Live. This is live. Coffee and Conversation with Carol. Something that is a part of me that I have been wanting to do forever. Because this is so me. This is so my wheelhouse. And it can be discouraging. It can be, people say things to you. They inbox you all kind of crazy stuff. Say stuff to you. You be like, what in the world? But And I can self-sabotage and say, I ain't gonna do it. I only got 2 people on the day, so it is what it is. Or I only had one person say something to me, and I could be that way. So I'm gonna just use me as an example. However, you got to stick with it and fight. I don't care whether one person get on. I don't care whether nobody get on. You got to stick with it. I got to get a system. Got to be some consistency. So that comes with commitment. You know, you got to get up. You got to get up and get going. And so we tend to a lot of times do self-sabotage. But I don't know if you were on or not, because I was kind of floating through all these cameras that I got sitting up here to talk on. But one of the things I read today was about improving self-talk. So if you rewind, you will hear that devotional I read today. And the devotional wasn't for today. It was actually yesterday's devotional, but I thought it was so befitting for today. And it's about self-talk. It's about encouraging yourself. It's about, are you giving yourself self-worth, or are you condemning yourself? Are you talking down to yourself? And I think a lot of times we have to look in the mirror and say to ourselves, here's again, because I said avoiding the problem doesn't make it go away. Are we the problem? We have to be honest with ourselves. Okay. That's about honesty. What is it that you need to fix with you before you can move on to be committed to that? We have to be honest about some things. And so that's why I said going into the new year, our word is intentional. It's intentional. Intentional means on purpose. It means literally on purpose. Like, I'm going to be doing this on purpose. On purpose. I want to be this person, authentically genuine on purpose. I want to be transparent on purpose. I want to be honest on purpose. I want to be committed on purpose. I'm going to intentionally be committed. So we write down your specific goals, write them down, and be intentional about what you are going to be committed to. I'm starting to be committed to writing myself a letter, especially when there's an enhanced moment. Yes. And I journal. I write. I write it down. Sometimes I record it. I have recordings to say back to myself. Because here's the thing. We all are evolving. If you living, you growing. All right? If you living, you growing. All right? And so here's the thing. As you grow, things will change. Things will change. Look at those trees. When they start growing and get a root, it gets bigger. And when you look at it, you may say, that tree ain't got no more height. The tree is growing. Branches are blooming. So don't ever think because you see something and it look the same, doesn't mean it's the same. All right? So let's not avoid problems because that does not make them go away. And in order for us to reach remarkable results, we got to get some commitment. And it means that you have to be consistent about something. Start there. Start where you think you're lacking. Write it down. Don't make it so big if you become overwhelmed. If you start writing a list down and you start having tachycardia, heart racing and pulse increasing, well, guess what? Shorten your list. Shorten your list. Yes, I love audio journaling. Shorten your list and say to yourself, hey, I need to do these 2 things. And make your goal reachable. You might want to reach a goal in 2 weeks. You might want to reach a goal in 30 days. It's all about knowing your limit as well. Okay. It's all about knowing your limit as well. Okay. So again, Thursday, I will not be on. All right. Thursday, I won't be on because I won't be available during that time. All right. So I'm here. I'm trying to be consistent with some times. I want you all to know too, as well, that I am live. So I want you guys to subscribe to my TikTok. I'm live on TikTok now. I want you to subscribe to my TikTok. Join me in the mornings at 8 in the morning over there. And then you can subscribe to my YouTube. I have Facebook and I have Instagram. So yeah, your girl is going places. And I'm reaching a lot of people. And again, this is a safe place. No judgment-free zone. I'm just here to pour out what's been poured into me. And as I continue to get poured into, I want to pour out to you. All right. Thank you for joining me with Coffee and Conversations with Carol. I love talking to you all. I love engaging with you all. And that's what the world is. We engaging in communication and talking. I want you all to live, love, never ever stop laughing, and always find room to forgive, because none of us is perfect. And then just remember one love, because we all need some love, okay? Know that you are enough. Know that you are enough, and never know how your day is. I never know what people are going through personally, but I want to let you know that you are enough, all right? And that you are loved, that you are needed, and that you are wanted. All right. Always remember that. Wake up with that every day. You are needed, you are wanted, and you are loved. All right. I want you guys to have a great, great Monday. And no matter what's going on, even if it gets stifled, something happens, a circumstance, a situation, just remember, you can't avoid the problem. All right. It won't go away. But in order to reach those remarkable results, in order to get those remarkable results, we got to become committed. Stick with it. Stick with it. Consistency. Stick with it. And you can always stumble and fall. When you run and you stumble and fall, but keep going. Get up and keep going. Dust yourself off and try again. All right. You guys have a great day. I'll talk to you all later. Bye-bye.